So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out for them. I will say this. The question that I would ask the people at Uncle Nearest is I would just ask, and I wouldn't ask it in I'm not asking in a mean way, but I would ask them, um, did you really need to borrow $108 million? Like, tell me why you felt 108 was the number that you really needed. Because from what I understood, I got the sense that this company was already doing pretty well and that they were growing. And I understand it. Sometimes we take on debt, and this is the lesson. This is the part of the lesson. So I want you to understand why I'm bringing this up. Um, Sometimes we see the reason we take on debt or we will bring in an investor or raise money is because we see an opportunity down the horizon and we say, gosh, dang it, if I can get money, I can pursue this opportunity. Like in the Black Business School, like we are really good at what we do. We have excellent people that are doing excellent work, and we've reached a lot of people, and we bootstrapped everything. We didn't really borrow a ton of money to do this, and we reach more people than most HBCUs. And I believe we actually do a better job educating them on Black wealth than any university in the country because we're specific. We're like, no, ownership matters, entrepreneurship matters, stock market investing matters, real estate matters. You can get a job after that. If you want to get a job too, cool. Most universities train you to get a job. We train you to create a job. And also, we believe in educating the entire family. We also want to integrate mental health, physical health, and culture into the wealth conversation so you'll understand how it's all connected. It's an ecosystem, like growing flowers in a greenhouse versus trying to grow flowers in the desert. You can't grow flowers in the desert, but you can grow them quite well in the greenhouse. So before you start thinking about the type of flower you want to plant, you need to ask yourself, what is the soil that I'm planting it in? Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Before, or before you say we want to grow tomatoes or whatever, you got to say, well, what kind of flowers or what kind of plants grow best in this environment? And then also, how do we engage in some degree of climate control so that when we pick the plant we want to grow, we maximize the probability that it's going to grow. So you cannot talk about Black wealth without talking about Black culture. You cannot talk about Black wealth without talking about intergenerational curses. You cannot talk about Black wealth without talking about mental health, trauma, racism, systematic barriers, because that is the ecosystem that we've been forced to operate in. And so, in order for us to grow better flowers, we got to change the temperature. We got to change the environment, right? And that's why I get so deeply involved in conversations about culture, because you give me sloppy, like uncounterproductive culture where people are getting shot up in the street, families are breaking apart, people have undiagnosed, untreated trauma. You're gonna build no wealth out of that.